Your person is standing at the edge of a major shift. Not a small adjustment. Not another temporary promise. A real change that's starting to shake their entire life. They've reached the point where the past feels heavier than the future. Old attachments don't comfort them anymore. They irritate them, drain them, remind them of who they no longer want to be. For a long time, they allowed past lovers to linger. Not because they still loved them, but because familiarity felt safer than the unknown. Because cutting ties meant facing their own emptiness. And that terrified them. But something changed recently. They started to see the pattern clearly. The emotional dependence. The clinginess. The way these old connections kept pulling them backward every time they tried to move forward. They're realizing that growth isn't possible while ghosts keep grabbing at their ankles. They can't step into something new, while still emotionally feeding something old. And they know it. Right now, they're actively trying to remove their ex from the picture. Not dramatically. Not loudly. But decisively. Less contact. Stronger boundaries. Clearer inner decisions. This isn't about revenge. It isn't about proving anything. It's about reclaiming control over their own life. They're exhausted from being emotionally available to people who no longer deserve access to them. They've started asking themselves hard questions. Why did I stay so long? Why did I accept emotional pressure disguised as love? Why did I confuse attachment with connection? And every honest answer leads them to the same truth. They were settling. They were surviving, not living. They were repeating a past version of themselves that doesn't exist anymore. You come into their thoughts during this shift. Not as an escape, but as a direction. As a future that feels clean, uncluttered, honest. With you, they don't feel drained. They feel expanded. With you, they don't feel owned. They feel chosen. And that difference is changing everything. They know they can't bring old baggage into something real. They know you won't tolerate emotional leftovers. And deep down, they respect you too much to offer you anything less than clarity. So they're doing the uncomfortable work now. Letting people down. Disappointing expectations. Breaking habits that once felt normal. Because growth always costs comfort. There are moments they hesitate. Moments guilt creeps in. Moments where the past tries to pull them back with emotional manipulation. But it doesn't work like it used to. They see it for what it is now. Fear disguised as attachment. Control disguised as love. And they are done negotiating with it. This phase isn't easy for them. They feel exposed. Emotionally naked. Like they're walking without armor for the first time. But they'd rather feel vulnerable than trapped. They're learning how to stand alone without leaning on old crutches. How to breathe without emotional dependency. How to choose the future instead of repeating the past. And yes, they are moving forward with you in mind. Not impulsively. Not desperately. But intentionally. They want to meet you without unfinished business following them. They want to show up clean. Present. Emotionally available. Not haunted by unresolved ties. Not distracted by someone who belongs to yesterday. This change isn't loud yet. But it's real. And once they fully cut those cords, nothing will pull them back again. The past is losing its grip. And the future, the one with you, is finally starting to feel possible.